Okay, here's part 3. And there might be another part or two coming. So first I'm going to read from Acts 2:44. And all the believers met together in one place, and they shared everything they had. They sold their property and their possessions, and they shared their money with those in need. They worshiped together at the temple each day, met in homes for the Lord's Supper, and shared their meals with great joy and generosity. Now we're going to go over to Nehemiah, and I'm not going to read everything. I want you guys to start in chapter 8, and you can go ahead and read on through 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you can see what I'm talking about once you start reading there. And I'm going to start it with Nehemiah 8:3, and he faced the square just inside the water gate. And from the early morning until noon, he read aloud to everyone who could understand, and all the people listened closely to the book of the law. That right there was 4 or 5 hours or so. We go over to 9, and it says here at 9:2, those of Israelite descent separated themselves from all the foreigners as they confessed their own sins and the sins of their ancestors, and they remained standing in place for 3 hours while the book of the law of the Lord their God was read aloud to them. Then, for 3 more hours, they confessed their sins and worshiped the Lord their God. And what did Jesus say? The temple is a house of prayer. My Father's house is a house of prayer, worship, and sacrifice. And because we don't do the sacrifices like we used to, we're supposed to sacrifice ourselves to Him. And we're supposed to sit there and praise and worship the Lord. We're also there to go and learn. And don't get me wrong by all of this. I'm pointing out something that we're missing. And what are we missing? We're missing worship. We're missing the praise part. And we want Jesus. We want God. We want all these blessings. We want all these great things. But how are we going to get that if we don't praise and worship? And that's not singing songs. Because in part 4 here, I'm going to point out what I'm talking about here was something that you all have sung in church at one point or on the radio. So follow me on number 4.